How you doing? All right. Hey everyone, welcome to the premiere episode of Bill and Matt Are Losing It. I'm Bill.
And I'm Matt.
And we're losing
it. But I was doing Godzilla.
Me too.
Doing? Were you really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know. We're simpatico.
We are simpatico.
Hey, before we lose people, this is Bill and Matt Are Losing It.
Too late.
This is a show about... I won't even say it's about weight loss. It's about getting healthier.
It's a podcast about weight loss and about how we're just losing our minds.
Well, yeah.
And so it'll probably be about our lives.
Be about our lives, yeah.
But we're going to focus a lot on our weight loss journey.
Because that's...
It is a weight loss podcast. We're going to talk about weight loss. We're going to talk about our health. We're going to... the whole
Probably more than you want to know about our health.
You're going to learn too much about us. It's going to be inappropriate. And I would love it. If you are our insurance companies, please just go ahead and turn it off. Now you do not have permission to listen to any of this.
That's pretty smart.
That'll work.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, well, he said. So
we did cancel your policy for a completely unrelated reason, though.
Exactly. So Bill and I, we're fat.
Yes.
And we're very unhealthy.
Yes.
And we're going to do a podcast, and we were planning on setting up all this stuff and having this plan and this whole agenda on what we would be doing here.
Have guests and challenges.
Oh man, we'd have so much stuff to do, and it would be action packed, and it'd be segmented out, and everybody would be happy to listen to it, even though it's not interesting. And then, but it would be so well put together that it would just feel like it was good stuff. We didn't do any of that.
No. Now you could just get to hear us talk and ramble on for a good 30, 45 minutes.
Or 10.
Or 10.
It depends on how much we have to say.
Or 2 hours.
Or 2 hours.
Those are the bad ones, though. Don't hope for a 2-hour episode.
If it's a 2-hour episode, skip it and go to the next one.
Yeah. You have our permission.
Yeah. So that's what's happening. So we're doing this podcast. We're like so many other people. We've done diet after diet. I don't even like to say that I've done diet after diet, but
I've done a couple. I've only really done a couple of diets in my life.
Yeah,
I've tried to eat healthier several times throughout my life, but really, to diet, I can only count on maybe one hand how many times I've dieted in my life.
I've done specific diets.
Yeah.
Because Bill, what is the weirdest diet you've ever done?
Weirdest.
Or strangest or heartly? Yeah, let's do weirdest. What is the weirdest?
I think, I don't know, it's not really weird. It's just the most extreme diet.
Okay.
Was the Alkalarian diet.
Alkalarian?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, I know what that is, but I'm going to pretend I don't know what that. I don't know.
What is that, Bill?
What is Bill? What's an Alkalarian diet?
So, and this wasn't really a diet to lose weight. It was a healthy, get your body fit kind of diet. But so this was a theory proposed by Dr. Robert Young, who put out some fantabulous products called Super Greens.
Fantabulous. Super Greens.
Super Greens.
Yeah. Have you tried to put Super Greens on it, boy?
He'll fix it.
He'll fix it right up. It's just a flat tire, sir. Put some Super Greens on it.
It's also a multi-level marketing company, so Matt heard me recommend Super Greens to him for a while.
That was my joke that I just made because everything I said, Bill said, "Have you tried Super Greens? It really would help with that."
Help that. I know that tire looks flat because you got a nail in it, but if you drank some Super Greens, it would be all right.
So drinking Super Greens. So is this like a powdered stuff?
Yeah, it's a powdered grass and vegetable based stuff with an added stuff that increases the alkalinity of the drink.
Sure.
The whole theory was that your body's too acid.
Okay.
And you need to cut out foods that are causing your body to become acidic and to take in things that cause your body to be alkaline. Where
did they stand on pickles?
Cucumbers are fantastic.
No, where did they stand on pickles?
Vinegar is not so much.
So they wouldn't let you eat pickles?
Probably not.
Not a diet I can do. No. That's not a diet. That's not, no.
Although, it's been a long time. Maybe you can have pickles. I don't know.
No, I've done this diet. I've actually done the alkalinity diet.
Did you?
Yep, I did it. Helen and I did it. Sorry, Helen is my wife. We did it when we, I don't know, it was years ago. Anyway, we did it, and it was hands down the hardest diet I've ever done.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because they were like, here, have some more greens. And I was like, could I put some mustard on it? No. Could I have a pickle?
No.
Why would you want a pickle? It's just death in a jar. And I'm just like, I can't eat a pickle? Like, because this is... my wife and I had a real fight. Yeah. It was like one of our first...
Over pickles?
Our first real fight. Yeah, it was over pickles. Because I was like... You can take this diet and just stick it right up your butt if I can't have some pickles.
But yeah, I actually lost quite a bit of weight on that, which is not surprising when you think about what can I eat? Oh, how about some steamed leafy greens? And then what can I have for dessert? Oh, some steamed broccoli. What about tomorrow? You can have some steamed leafy greens. You want something crunchy? Here's a cucumber. I mean, literally... Because meat is a no-no. There's no meat. It's a basic vegan diet.
It's not even vegan. It's worse than vegan.
Yeah,
it's way meaner and crueler than a vegan diet.
But I tell you what, I felt fantastic. I felt light and free and full of energy, which is surprising considering you're eating 0 calories.
Right.
And it's not a low-calorie diet, of course. It's just when you're eating just... green vegetables.
When you have a plate the size of the table in front of you and the calories
it
like comes up to 53 calories and you're like, oh my god, I've been eating for an hour and I've managed to just break 50 calories.
My jaw hurts. I can't chew anymore.
It becomes a low calorie diet.
But you have to drink a gallon of Super Greens also.
Yeah. So you're definitely not hungry.
No.
Yeah. So of course you lose weight. Oh,
but I did. I felt fabulous on that diet. I don't know how sustainable that is.
Right.
I don't know if I would have continued to have felt fabulous after a few months of this.
Right.
I was on it for a couple months.
Right.
Excuse me. What about you, Matt? What's the strangest or most extreme diet you've been on?
Well, aside from that one, because I actually never think about that diet, the alkalinity diet, I've blocked it out of my mind for the most part until I have
Sorry to bring it up for you.
No, it's okay. Like, I've forgotten that I'd done it until just now. But the one I think of as actually kind of an extreme diet that I've done, and it's pretty extreme, is the raw food diet.
Oh, yeah. Which is not far removed from the
no, and I can eat pickles.
You can't eat pickles.
But they just have to be cold processed or whatever.
Yeah, you can't cook. You can't boil them first.
No, so there's 2 different ways you can make pickles. Right. You can do it like a cold processing way, and
it's more fermented than pickled.
Yeah, it's kind of this weird. And they taste completely different too, but they're like super delicious in their own way.
Which on a tangent, my mother-in-law just got the big mushroom thing to make kombucha out of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna start making some.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it? It's called a...
I forgot what it's called. I keep wanting to call it the mother, but that's the...
It's called a Scooby.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's it. The Scooby.
Scooby.
My mother-in-law's got a big Scooby. Or a little Scooby.
Sounds like it should be like pot.
Yeah.
I mean, because wasn't that like the Scooby snack?
Yes.
Wasn't the whole idea is that was like marijuana snacks or something?
Yeah.
I guess brownies. That's pot brownies. That's the lore anyway around it. But
that's what it was.
It totally had to be. I mean, Shaggy, look at him. You know what I mean? Anyway.
You're talking about the raw diet.
Raw diet.
So the raw diet was the most extreme diet you've been on.
Yeah, so basically I ate raw food. I ate raw lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber. I had salads for most meals. You gotta love salads if you're gonna do the raw food diet. You know what I mean? We would on occasion get like really adventurous or bored or something and make like raw spaghetti, which is like you it's the Vegetti, not the the Vegetti's the little stupid tool. Anyway, you do the like zucchini noodles, and then you can make a sauce. One of the tricks is you can heat it up. It just can't go over 100 degrees.
That's the other thing. You either have to like salads or have a really good dehydrator. Yeah,
which is a good way to do it. What we would do is we'd put like a food thermometer in and like very, very gently warm stuff so that we could, because you get like after a few weeks, man, you want a
textured break.
You want something that like crispy. I would like craved crackers. I was just like, if I could just have a cracker, just a crunchy cracker, that would be nice. And then something maybe warm would be good. Just something a little warm.
Creamy.
Yeah, it don't have to be hot. I don't need it hot. Just, maybe body temperature would be good. I'll just take this piece of zucchini here and put it in my armpit for a while and then eat it. So no, that's disgusting. But I mean, you get weird, like you just start craving weird things. I want that. But like on the diet, I felt amazing.
Yeah,
I felt literally. I thought to myself, this is how I was supposed to feel. Like I'm supposed to feel like this. Like just the way the cells in my body felt. If it sounds stupid until like if you've had like too much water on your body for a long time and you finally don't have it anymore, you're like, hey, my cells feel okay. I don't know what I was feeling, but it felt good.
Yeah. And that goes back to what I was saying. I don't know how I don't think you can sustain that kind of diet. And if you could, I mean, people do it, but I don't think it's healthy for you after a point. I think it's a great way to, just give your body a break and give it some nutrients and some life and some vitality. But I think eventually you have to give it the fuel it needs, and I don't think that provides.
I'll argue with you a little bit on that. Like I think you could do the raw food diet indefinitely, and if you were smart about it, you'd stay pretty healthy. But you got to eat a lot of stuff in a huge variety. So I don't think people understand the volume of food you're consuming in a day when you're eating raw. I don't think people think about that stuff. I didn't think about it because you sit down and you have your breakfast and you're like, okay, I'll have a little snack, in 2 hours. And then I'll have a reasonable lunch. And then by day 3, you're bringing like a 4-gallon bag of stuff for lunch, not to mention you have 13 pounds of things that you're bringing for snacks. Like, and then you're still stopping and eating nuts, and you got to get raw nuts, which are crazy expensive, by the way. You can't have roasted nuts. Like, it is a prohibitively expensive diet.
And time consuming.
Incredibly time consuming.
I always said I could be perfectly healthy if I had a personal chef that just cooked. I just woke up in the morning, there was a glass of, vegetable juice sitting by my bed waiting for me.
Who wouldn't want that? Well, it also takes a decision out of it,
Exactly.
Although if you had a personal chef, you'd probably wake up and be like, I want pancakes!
Because it's the kind of jerk you are when you have a personal chef.
I said pancakes, and you just throw the glass against the wall and your smoothie in it. Take it back, Gerald!
Gerald?
I don't know. Maybe I'd hire a Gerald. I might hire a Gerald.
Gerard.
No, if I would love to have a personal chef.
Yeah.
That would make life easier on me.
Yeah. I'd be like Batman. He's got Alfred.
You'd be just like Batman.
I would.
We could be like a crime-fighting duo, and I don't want to be Robin. So,
You can be Batwoman.
Batwoman. Thanks, Bill.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
Which is better than Robin.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah. Like, Robin's weird. There's some people who love Robin, and I'll just leave them alone.
Yeah.
But
We just lost half our audience.
yeah,
Right
there was one guy listening. Oh, that's too far. I love Robin. Like, now we just have the one listener. Cool.
Thank you. Thank you for staying. We appreciate it.
Mom. Yeah. Thanks, Mom, for staying in there.
We just lost Mom.
No. No, here's how we're gonna lose Mom. When I told her I was on the raw food diet, so we'd go to her house and she'd be like, "Oh, I know you're on that diet where you're eating raw food," and I was like, "Yeah." It was like I made chicken soup.
Raw chicken soup?
because you're on this diet, I know you have a lot of restrictions, so I made you chicken soup.
She's so sweet. She was doing the right thing for you, Matt.
She probably was.
No, she was.
Like, there's not a part of that I can eat, Mom. Not a little bit. Like, the raw food diet, technically, I could eat raw chicken. I'm not going to, but I probably could. I mean, it's not cooked, right? So, that was your weirdest diet. What was your most successful diet?
So, I don't even want to call it successful because it tore my body up. But the most weight I ever lost in the shortest amount of time on a diet was the Atkins diet. I lost a lot of weight quickly. I keep throwing numbers, and it's been so long, so I don't even know. I don't remember what the accurate numbers were, but it was something along the lines of like
5 pounds.
No, it was like 60 pounds in a month and a half.
Wow.
If that's even possible.
That is a lot.
That's the number. I don't know. It may have been exaggerated over the years, but it was a lot of weight really quickly. Maybe it was like 60.
You can
I could
lose
do that.
60 pounds in 2 months.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that, you're supposed to go on the Atkins diet, do the induction part for 10 days, and then slowly start to reintroduce carbs into your body now that your body's kind of burning, protein and fat. I kept messing up, like on day 5 or day 6. And so I would just restart the induction diet from day 1. And this went on for about a month and a half because I never didn't not cheat. And so I was on basically, less than, 10 grams of fat or 10 grams of carbs a day?
That's insane.
Yeah, for a month and a half. But my body started to feel it. I couldn't do it anymore. I started losing my hair and started feeling really gross. And I'm not going to go into the details of the other bad things that started happening in my body, but I stunk. Yeah. Oh my God, I stunk.
I mean, that's got to be a sign.
Yeah, your body just
when you're
exudes.
losing hair.
Yeah.
It's because it's because you're eating, and this is kind of a thing with the Atkins diet. This is one of the complaints I have with it. Is like, instead of eating healthy, you decide to eat meat.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because when I did the Atkins diet for like a week or something like that, and I was like, this is fantastic because I'm going to have hamburgers and bacon and hamburgers and bacon and bacon and hamburgers.
Which sounds great for the first few days is great, but after about a week of it, you're just like.
And at about the week mark, you're eating Vienna sausages with mustard all over them. just for the change.
And pork rinds, bag after bag of pork rinds.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And like, no, that's not okay.
No. But it's good for you. It lowers your cholesterol.
Sure it does. All I'm going to do is consume cholesterol-ridden foods, and it will lower my cholesterol.
Right.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure there's a lot of research on that. There was some cynicism there. I'm sorry. Yeah.
What about you? What was your
sarcasm.
Best diet?
Sarcasm and cynicism. My best diet that I've done. Let's see. I think the one that I probably enjoyed the most and found the easiest to kind of do was the glycemic index diet.
Yeah. I've heard of that before.
What I found that I could do is I could have whatever I wanted, so long as I balance things correctly. So there's like this 20% of this, 30% of that, or 50%. I can't remember exactly what the ratios are anymore.
What kind of diet are you shooting for right now?
For the next foreseeable future, my intention is going to be to cut my meat intake by 90%. So I'd like to be basically a vegan, pseudo-vegan, not. I'm going to call myself vegan, but
vegan who eats meat.
A vegan who eats meat. I've met some lovely vegans, and I've met some vegans that would literally probably beat me up for me saying that I'm going to be a vegan and then still eat meat sometimes. And they're like, "You're not a vegan."
That's what happens when you're a vegan. Your attitude just goes to hell, and you want to beat people up.
Yeah, because vegans are terrible.
They are.
All the vegans I know are really lovely people, but it's not an easy diet to be on when you live in this country. Look at everything people try to market to you. Go through the frozen food section and be like, I'd like to pick up a meal that doesn't have meat, dairy, or cheese in it.
Well, it goes back to what we were saying. If we had a personal chef that could just cook for us, because it takes a lot of time and preparation to make a meal 3 times a day.
Yes.
And you can't, like you said, just easily go and grab something.
Right.
And if you can, it's not healthy.
No, it's not.
I go to Waffle House and get some hash browns. That's vegan. Well, sort of. I mean, there's still bacon grease flying everywhere.
I'm sure.
You're going to get a little meat somewhere in there, but essentially on paper it's vegan.
Right.
But it's not healthy for you.
So basically my diet that I'm going to be doing over the time that we're doing this podcast is I want to cut out 90. I want to be 90% vegan, which is what I just said. But and in that, I feel like 10% of each plate can either be cheese, dairy, or meat, which sounds like a little bit unless you think about it, and that's actually kind of a lot.
It can be, yeah.
It can be kind of a lot. So I feel like if each plate of each meal could potentially contain 10% of meat, dairy, eggs, cheese. Cheese is dairy, right? So, or I can go a different route and I can have out of my 21 meals, 7 times 3 meals a day. That means 2 of those meals.
2.1.
Well, 2.1 of those meals could be a meat meal. Yeah. I can have hamburgers. So in this vegan diet, I can have hamburgers twice. The next thing I want to work on is cutting out bread and pasta and refined flour, really. I have a lot of inflammation and discomfort and intestinal issues that I'm trying to get rid of, and just soreness, and I don't feel good. Yeah. So
I feel good all the time now.
I feel terrible.
Which is part of the reason why I want to do this.
Yeah. I feel really bad a lot. So, one of the, I feel like I have so much inflammation going on at a given point that I'm not sure if I'll make it to next week. It's bad. Yeah. I feel awful. So yeah, my goal is to do the very same thing with bread and pasta and flour, is to limit that by 90%. So, and with that, I'd like to be doing some kind of exercise on a regular basis. I would love to see 3 to 5 times a week, getting out and doing some kind of physical activity, whether it be walking, running, doing actual
running.
Run. 30 minutes of running doesn't even happen. So
it'd be the last 30 minutes of running you ever do.
It'd be the last 15 minutes of running. Matt ran for 30 minutes today, but he only survived the first 15. So,
but his soul kept going.
He was really just rolling down a hill for the last 15. Anyway, so see that's kind of my diet. So I guess it's the 90% diet. I want to be 90% vegan, 90% bread free. 90 right now I am 90% body fat, so I need to cut that down.
Yeah.
We had some people over and I bought a couple packs of cookies.
I remember that. You jerk. I happened to have one of those cookies while you're out of the room. Thanks.
No problem. But
Which we started our diet today, by the way.
yeah, our diet was today's. That means yesterday I probably had 20 some odd chocolate chip cookies trying to get rid of them. Which is, a great way to lead into a diet, right?
Yeah. It's like a long bike ride. You got to carb load first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How am I supposed to make it to the end of this diet if I don't stock up?
Got a carb load.
So yeah, I make bad choices.
Yeah.
That's one of them. I guarantee you I'll make some more during this during this adventure.
Me too.
But it needs to happen.
Ask me about my diet.
Bill, what are you doing on your diet, man? Like, my diet's boring. It's 90% diet.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, but I really I don't have a really structured diet plan right now.
Oh.
It's I want to do a couple things.
Podcast over, everybody. Goodbye.
I have a feeling it's going to evolve over the process of this podcast. But at the moment, I'm really I want to cut out sugar.
Okay.
Like, pretty much completely. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'd like to try.
I'm not going to cut out sugar.
Yeah.
I'm
going to try. We're talking about my diet right now, man.
No,
not yours.
You talked about yours, and it made me realize that I'm not going to cut. Go ahead. Tell me more. Tell me more.
Also, I want to try limit grains, especially wheat. I know wheat gets vilified, and I don't know if it's justified, but I don't want to eat it.
Okay.
I don't want to eat it. So I'm not going to eat it.
All right.
But try to limit grains as much as possible. And focus more on vegetables and fruit. And I'll eat meat. I find myself more and more starting to slowly walk away from meat.
This is like this,
like the Hulk.
The slow turn.
Yes.
Bye, meat. Bye, old chicken bones.
And it's not because I don't want to eat meat. I just don't crave it as much anymore, and I figure there's probably a reason for that. So I'm not gonna force meat upon myself, because when you start cutting out things like grains and sugar and stuff, you start limiting yourself and you start eating more of other things, whatever's left.
Yeah.
And that usually ends up being a lot of meat, and I don't want to eat a lot of meat.
I don't either.
Yeah. Well, obviously you don't.
But I have kind of a different problem than you.
Yeah.
I love meat, and I would eat it every.
Well, historically I have too. I just lately haven't had a taste for it. So
I've had a taste for it. My problem is my body is like really arguing with me every time because I eat too heavy. It's just too heavy.
Yeah.
How are you feeling lately? What's going on?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Just horrible.
Yeah.
And I don't really. There may be other things going on, and I don't want to get into my psychosis, my hypochondria.
We're both. I think we're both hypochondriacs.
We are. We're totally both hypochondriacs. You will come to know that. There's
sure.
no doubt about that. We're probably going to spend most of this time just talking about whatever ache and pain and fart that just...
Yeah. We're not going to talk about the fart, but you'll know all about it.
It'll make itself known. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. We're two fat guys. I mean, we're going to be farting.
We're going to breathe heavy. We're going to fart. And we're going to talk about food.
And we're going to sweat on the microphone.
But you won't hear that. And also, like you, I want to get out and get some exercise, because I live such a sedentary life. I wake up, I go to work, I sit at my desk, I get up to go eat lunch and maybe pee a couple times a day, and then I get in my car and drive home and sit on the couch. And that's, they say, worse than smoking.
Yeah.
It's horrible for you.
Yeah.
So I need to get up and move around.
Yeah, activity is going to be key for me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've described the diets that we want to do. I'm noting. So yours is a little. Yours is you're trying to wane. You're gonna
I'm gonna wax. I'm gonna wax first, and then I'm gonna wane.
You are going to wean. I'm gonna
wean.
You're gonna limit your flour.
Limit my grains.
So your main focus is to limit grains.
Limit grains and specifically sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah,
so limit sugar.
It's not the sugar's a grain.
Right.
But yes, I want to definitely cut out sugar, limit grains, and focus more on fruits and vegetables.
Okay. So your main focus of this whole thing is to cut sugar entirely.
Yes.
Limit your grains.
Yes.
I'm literally only repeating exactly word for word what you just said.
Saying yes.
I could just stop this, play it back, and just listen to it verbatim again, but for some reason I need to.
But really, I'm just trying to cut my sugar completely, limit my grains, and focus more on vegetables and fruits.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
what I'm hearing is.
That's probably not funny. We're just very tired.
Yes.
All right. So what I'm doing is a bit different. And I know we've talked about it, but I love the fact that we're coming at this. So before this recording, I had no idea what diet you were going to be doing. You didn't know what diet I was doing.
No.
And that's not like something we planned, I don't think. This whole thing is coming together so haphazardly.
Yes.
This is just
much like our lives.
This is just we weren't going to be doing this podcast unless we just sat the hell down and did it.
Yeah, we were going to sit here and plan and outline and like have the next 6 years on paper before we even recorded our first episode.
And we would have gotten 3 years in.
Yeah.
And then something else would have come up.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have done this. So we're doing this thing. We feel terrible. We want to do this diet. I'm actually feeling a little better today on the diet, to be honest. I kind of like how I feel. But what I'm trying to say is that we have two different approaches to how we're doing this. Because I don't really care about the sugar, and like I have a lot of inflammation, so it's a big deal. But like I don't feel like it's something that I need to focus on. So I love the fact that you're focusing heavy on it, whereas my main goal is that meat.
Well, your meat is my sugar. That doesn't sound right.
Okay,
but that's where my food problems lie.
Yeah,
and so that's why I have to cut it out.
Yeah. So your problem. But I love that. I love that we're coming at this differently, and I really hope that we have different outcomes. Yeah. To be honest,
I want us to have the same outcome.
No, because I want to look at you and be like, I was right.
I want to be the skinny one for once.
Oh, that's probably going to happen. Crap.
We spent all our 20s with you being the skinny one. I've always been the fat one.
I don't remember thinking of you as fat. I remember thinking of you as a big dude.
Well, yeah. I wasn't fat like I am now. I'm fat now.
Well, I've given you a run for your money, Bill. Yeah. Like I
thank you for that.
No problem. You're welcome. I did it for you. So I guess you've struggled with weight your whole life, right?
I wouldn't say I struggled with it.
If struggling's the stairs, yes.
But yeah, I mean, I was never fat. I wasn't fat. So I'll tell you when I got fat.
Right.
When I got a desk job and I quit smoking.
Right.
Quitting smoking put about 80 pounds on me. Mm-hmm. And it's just kept going up from there.
Yeah.
And that was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
In my 30s.
Yeah. I was skinnier when I was young, as you remember. Mm-hmm. I always thought I was fat because I had a little pooch.
Right.
Because that's a psychology that you just gotta.
You had a Ryan Gosling body, Matt. You didn't have a pooch.
Ryan Gosling body? Is it? I mean, he's pretty handsome. I don't
like masculine, but soft around the edges.
What? What? Ryan Gosling's not soft. Is he soft?
I don't know. I imagine him with the pooch too. I don't know. I haven't checked out his belly.
No, he's handsome. I don't mean for that to like come off as such a statement, but oh no,
he's handsome.
Oh no, he's fine. No, I just don't think of him as soft. Is the thing. And I apologize for making soft people not handsome. That
maybe
was
it's
really
all the
rude
hey
of me.
girl memes. Hey girl.
Oh, hey girl. Those are.
That's why I imagine him soft. I don't know.
Yeah, I was built like
Seth Rogen. He's soft.
Yeah, I built like Seth Rogen.
You were not built like Seth Rogen.
Built like Seth Rogen. Anyway, I was skinnier. I had a little bit of a pooch, whatever. I started putting on weight when I quit smoking too. That's kind of a funny. It's not funny actually, yeah. But when I quit smoking, the one thing I did was I started just eating a lot. Mm-hmm. I ate chocolate bars by the multi-pack, and I ate like Crunch bars because they had like these Crunch bar multi-packs at the store, and I would just buy just a crap ton of them. I would eat a whole bag of licorice because I heard somewhere that licorice helps you quit smoking.
Right.
That it helps curb your need
something
for
to
nicotine.
do with your
So
is it nicotine?
Something about I don't even know. I don't even remember.
That was fixation thing.
That was a while. So I would eat packs like whole massive bags of licorice sticks and just so much so that like I thought about going to a doctor a couple of times because my stool. I should probably not talk about that, but like if you eat too much licorice, you can probably scare the crap out of yourself when you go to the bathroom the next time because you'll be like, "What's wrong with me? Why is that color? Oh, I'm dying! Ah! And why does it smell so licoricey in here?" Anyway, I ate. I didn't eat a little bit of anything. I ate whole bags of everything, and I ate burritos like they were.
Well, you did that when you were younger, smoking too. We didn't eat healthy back then either.
No, we ate like crap. I just didn't eat. I didn't eat 10,000 calories in a day. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because every time I wanted a cigarette, I would shove an entire meal into my head.
And I think it has just as much to do with how quitting smoking affects your metabolism as it does how much you eat. Because we used to eat a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we did. We did eat a lot.
And quitting smoking, it just kills your metabolism.
Totally.
So the moral of the story, folks, is keep smoking.
Don't ever quit.
Don't ever quit. Yeah. If you're fat, just start smoking. Yeah. It'll be fine.
It'll be just fine. Yeah. Have you ever seen a smoking fat person? Never. You've never even seen them.
Not past the age of 30. Yeah.
Nice. Anyway, so yeah, I quit smoking. And then what ended up happening is like my overeating, because the way I was overeating kind of morphed into binge eating. Mm-hmm. So I gained literally 60 pounds while I was quitting smoking. But then over the next few years, I was like I don't even know who the hell you're hiding from. You know what I mean?
Yourself.
I would sneak off. I would eat dinner, then I would go to a drive-thru and buy another dinner. Yeah. And then I had this like paranoia all the time. Like if I was going to go to work or go somewhere and do something that like, I'm not hungry right now, but what if I don't have enough food? What if I get hungry while I'm out? You know what I mean? This weird, like, what the hell? Wait 12 minutes and get something. Right. You know what I mean? But like, it was this real like worry, this concern that like, what if I don't have enough? So let me eat another meal on top of this before I go. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. But like, I think I struggled with binge eating for a while, like sneaking off and like hiding meals and stuff like that. So finally, I don't know when I dealt with it, but I remember there was one day I was in a McDonald's drive-thru or had just gotten done with the drive-thru and was sitting there like scarfing down like 3 double cheeseburgers before I go home, you know. And then I'm like, who am I? What am I? Oh my God, I'm a binge eater, and I've been one for a long time. Like, that realization. Yeah, it's just like, oh, wow, this is weird. I didn't even know I was doing this. This didn't occur to me that this was a thing. And then it's just slowly, because I would watched it, you know, then you notice it all the time. Everything you do, you're like, oh, that's weird. Why am I sneaking off to you? Why am I hiding candy bars? Yeah. Like, why do I have this feeling that I need to like carbo load to go sit in a movie theater? You know what I mean? I'm about to have a bucket of popcorn that's like 1,300 or 13,000 calories or something. I don't know how.
And a soda to wash it down.
And like a 4-gallon soda that costs $23. Like, for whatever reason, battled with binge eating, but I finally did kind of nip it in the bud. It just kind of naturally stopped. I started paying it. Started looking at it. You know, you just don't let it hide anymore. It's not in the shadow. You bring it out in the light. You just look at it. Look at what you're doing, and then it's kind of went away. So that hasn't helped me not be fat.
No.
I look at it and I'm like, watch me eat. And I'm like, oh, you're doing good.
Watch me.
I need you to see this.
Oh my God.
Oh, anyway. I'm tired.
Well, that's our podcast, folks. Hope you enjoyed it.
Exactly, right? So we know what the diets we're doing, and we know how we got where we are. What are we expecting to get? Bill, are you hoping to lose weight? Are you hoping to feel better? What's the goal of the diet for you?
Both. I imagine losing some weight would make me feel better.
Yeah.
But I also want to eat a diet that's specifically to help me feel better.
Right.
I guess we should probably talk about our weight goals. Since I have some.
Sure.
So I was like 384 last week.
Okay.
But I haven't been dieting this week, but I'm down to 381 right now.
Nice.
So I guess that's technically the starting point, because today we're starting the diet.
Did you take a big poop, or did you just eat better?
Well, when you're my size, fluctuating 3 or 4 pounds in a day is common.
Yeah.
So it may just be that, you know, the time of day that I weighed myself. I don't know. But 381, then we're going to call it my starting point.
Right.
I don't even, you know, it's been so long since I've been anywhere close to the low 300s.
Right.
I don't even know what that looks like on me anymore. I don't even know what to expect as a goal. I guess to start off, I would like to lose 100 pounds to begin with.
You'd like to start off losing 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are you at? Right, you're at 381. Did you say?
381.
381. You want to weigh 281.
Sure.
And when?
I don't want to do an aggressive weight loss.
Right.
Because I think that just backfires on you. So, I don't know. 100 weeks from now?
I'm sorry.
That's 2 years.
That seems like a long time to go before we celebrate anything.
If we went milestones.
Yeah. What do you want to do this month?
15 pounds.
You want to lose 15 pounds this month? Okay. So
that's reasonable, right? That's half a pound a day. Or is that? Yeah. Oh, that is a lot.
15 pounds.
We'll shoot for the moon. 15 pounds.
15 pounds is what you want to do this month.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 15 pounds. All right. To me that sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a big dude. I think we're just starting a diet, I think it's a perfect time to have a big goal, you know? So, let's shoot for 15 pounds.
What about you?
My goal is to feel better, but I really definitely want to lose that weight. Okay, super. So, we know all about our history. We know all about our diet plans. We know where we're going. What are we doing on a podcast? Why are we doing this? And why are we only talking about it now in the show?
Because we don't plan anything. That's why.
We don't know what we're doing.
Well, part of the reason for the podcast, at least part of my motivation for the podcast, is just. Oh my God, I can't think of the word.
Can I stop you here?
Yes.
Everybody at home, I'd like to introduce you to the chairs that we sit in.
Yes.
We are two fat dudes on old wooden chairs. This is
old creaky chairs that are barely keeping up with us.
These are really nice chairs, but like
not for much longer.
You gotta live with the
We'll
fact
invest in some good chairs once we get some money rolling in from this podcast.
Huge money coming in. This is yeah. That's for sure gonna happen.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway.
Speaking of which, go to our website when we have one. Click on all the links and buy all the stuff. Thanks.
Are we going to advertise stuff on there?
Sure.
Okay, sure. Let's have stuff.
We'll have stuff, and
we're going to have T-shirts with our faces on them.
Yes.
Well, can we?
Yeah.
Okay, we will.
Buy it.
Excellent. Alrighty. What we were talking about your goal for this podcast. What is it that you were wanting to do?
Accountability. That's the word. Thank you. I couldn't think of.
Yeah.
Just a reason to keep up with the diet.
Right.
Someone. Being you, listener.
Steve.
Jane. Thank you, Steve. Someone to have to come back to and say, I messed up this week. I had a bag of Oreos. I gained 10 pounds.
Right, yeah. That's going to happen.
Yeah. And plus, I'd love to have, like, people on the podcast. If you know anybody, please let us know. Who could be guests and talk to us about, weight loss theory, fitness theory, give us some ideas on directions we go, and we can learn along the way, because we really don't know much. Like I said, I've been fat most of my life, but I haven't really struggled very hard to lose weight. I've tried different things over the years, but I haven't put in the effort and the research that it's going to need to know what I'm doing, or to even know what I'm talking about. So that's part of the reason why I want to do it, is to talk to people that do.
I would love to have guests. I think having people on here that can talk to us and give us a kind of a really informed outlook would be really helpful, because I think of myself as being somewhat knowledgeable about food and what it does to your body and stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is I know as much as the next guy, and that's not much. Mm-hmm. So I think if we're on this podcast and we struggle with weight loss, but we ultimately make the thing happen, we ultimately do meet our goals, we ultimately do lose the weight, get healthier, and start to feel better. And I guarantee you we are going to stumble and mess up along the way. But if we achieve those goals, I really think that we make it more attainable to other people, because there's these. I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself. And knowing the battle I've had with weight loss, because I try to lose weight, I try to eat better, but there's always this point where I just stop. Mm-hmm. And I start eating rubbish again. And for whatever reason that is, and why ever it happens, if there's someone out there that's going through the same thing and watches us battle with those demons, for lack of a better word, and come out the other end successful, I think that would be amazing. If we could not only selfishly lose weight and feel good myself, but if we could help somebody else along the way do that too, that would be amazing. That would feel so much better than just me feeling good. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that would be great. That would be great.
That's beautiful, Matt.
I have had a really good time talking with you today, Bill. So thanks for coming over and talking with me.
It's my pleasure. I'm looking forward to more.
I'm looking forward to this. I'm super excited about it because, like, I mean, we've been friends for, what did you say, 25 years?
25 years, at least.
It feels like more than that.
It does.
I think we met when I was 17.
Right. How old are you now?
41?
27, 37, 38, 39, 40. It's only been 14 years.
That's lies. That's not even true, Bill. What
20,
you
I mean,
just
20,
said is
24 years. Did I say 14?
Yeah, 14.
24 years.
24 years. So 24 years? Well, crap, Bill. We've got to hang out for another year then.
Means we got to survive another year, which means we have to lose some weight.
We have to lose some weight and feel better and be healthier. So anyway, thank you everybody. If you are listening, thanks for staying with us. I know it's kind of a long-winded thing, but I'm really excited about where we're going, what we're going to do, and I'm excited to be doing it with my friend Bill here. So
thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Fist bump.
Fist bump. 2 sausages.
No.
Patties.
Patty.
Yeah. 2 sausage patties. Yeah. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for listening. Bill, do you want to sign us out?
No.
Do we have a sign out? Do we want to sign out? Do we have like a thing that we do? Well, that's Bill.
And I've lost it.
Thanks for losing it with us, folks.
Thank you.
Take care.